All right, next step is I want to show you the Murphy bed. So believe it or not, this is actually possible to do as one person. So essentially you have two ratchet straps that are on hooks, and there's a second hook on the top of the ceiling, one down here, one over here, and the piece of wood that actually supports the bed is broken down into two pieces. This is partially so that you can expand your seating area. So if we just let out this strap, and drop this down, if we still had the table in, you actually end up with seating for, gosh, more people than you'd ever probably put in a van, but I'd say maybe 7. And in addition, what I use this for personally is kind of got to cheat. So if you were ever on a Zoom call and you want to really wow someone and make them a little bit jealous that you live in a van, what you do is throw open the back doors, you put the table here, you sit down here, and everyone who you're on the conference call with has a gorgeous view of your background while you go through your workday. What this also does is it decreases the weight of the wood. So as someone who is quite small myself, if this was all one piece, it would be a little bit more difficult to get the Murphy bed set up, but as is, it is quite fine. So we're gonna move these extra cushions over here. And they stack nicely. Gonna slowly let out the second strap. And then what I usually do is let the board drop and make sure that settles before I pop down the mattress. And from there, just kind of tuck it in. And depending on how many people, kids, adults, the mattress itself is a full-size mattress. Again, this is a 159 standard Promaster. And so if you combine the stacked cushions on this side, you end up with something, I think, in between a queen and a king. So if you have pets, for example, that you want to be in your bed but not in your bed, this is a great place for your pets to lay out. If not, this is plenty of space for 2 adults, maybe 1 or 2 children, to have a very, very comfortable night's sleep. And then the next day, when you're ready to have breakfast, if you decide not to do that in bed, it's the reverse. So essentially, you lift up, secure your first ratchet strap, pop the second piece up, lock it back in, tuck your bedding in, and you are ready for your day. One of the obvious benefits is that you do not have to remake your bed every single day. So when we travel in the winter and we do take a bigger duvet or a rumple or whatever it may be, depending on how bulky your bedding is, you may want to stow it away. Either we usually go above the cab or in the benches if there's space available. But if you're traveling with a relatively thin blanket, you can keep all the sheets, all the bedding on the bed, pop it down, pop it up as needed, and it gives you lots of flexibility for essentially the bulk of the van.